Yeah. Thank you for providing that wonderful insight on autism, Doctor. I would just request you to stay on stage just a little longer. If you could move to the center of the stage. May I request Tulika and Madhu to please felicitate Dr. Jai Pratibha with a small token on behalf of Sur Sangam. Doctor, can you turn? Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. After those informative words from Dr. Jai Pratibha, I would like to invite on stage Mr. and Mrs. Ranganathan, parents of Abhinav, to share some insights on their first-hand experience in bringing up an autistic child. Abhinav, can you also please come up on stage along with your parents? Mr. Ranganathan, if you could just pick up a mic and share some insights with us.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank Sur Sangam and the whole family of Sur Sangam for having given me an opportunity and also giving my son an opportunity on the stage. Abhinav was identified as on autism at the age of 2.5 as he missed his initial goals. And we went for early intervention. Then as the doctor just now explained, even though we were only a nuclear family, we still went around exploring ways to support him, improve his abilities, skills. And then he went through his education. We did not give up on education. We continued. And most of the hard work is done by his mother because I was busy with my work. Abhinav has done his education of through NIYS 10th and 12th. 12th he did in homeschooling, and 10th he went to a special school in Pune, that is Sundarji School. Then he did his, he's a graduate from Yeshwantrao Chauhan University with media graphics and animation. He did it from Pune College, where the college was very supportive and inclusive. He is the only autistic child in that normal college where he attended. So I would like to inform all the parents with young children who are having myths of autism and thinking that it is not, somebody I read recently, why me? Why me? It's not why me. You have a chance, you support them. And I request all the audience and also everybody, wherever you see a child with autism, to support him, encourage him, and he can definitely be brought into the mainstream. Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mr. Ranganathan, for sharing your experience with us. May I request Vijay and Babita to do the honors of felicitating the Ranganathan family. Vijay, come this way. Thank you so much. Moving on to our sponsors for the day. A huge thank you to Mr. Hiral Bhamre from Kiran Associates Private Limited, who is our main sponsor for today's event. Mr. and Mrs. Bhamre, may I please request you to please join us on the stage. Narayan and Kalpana, may I request you to please do the honors? Thank you, Mr. Bamari. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Suyash and Gayatri ji from Anand Rathi Wealth Management for sponsoring our event today. Please do join us on stage. Mr. and Mrs. Kate, may I request you to please do the honors? Thank you so much. Thank you. We have amongst us Mrs. Padma Ramani. Thank you so much for joining us today. Mrs. Ramani is a special educator working with multiple disabilities including autism, cerebral palsy, and visual impairedness. She also arranges adventure camps for children with special needs. Can I request Gauri, Namrata, and Abhinav to please do the honors? Thank you, Mrs. Ramani. Oh, yeah? Thank you. I just want to make a mention of our other sponsors for the day. Mr. Vijay Gaurpade from Ishania Autism Village. We would like to thank Mr. Gaurpade for channeling the sponsorship received for this evening. Another name that I would like to mention is Mr. Virag Madhumalti for sponsoring this evening's event. Even though he is not physically present here, he is here with us in spirit. Another mention that I would like to make is that of Mr. Nilesh Magar, who is the ex-mayor, and Mrs. Hemlata Magar, corporator. Though they could not join us today, they have been very supportive. Mrs. Hemlata Magar is also the initiator of the Special Moms Group, a special group where parents of differently abled children help and support each other. Thank you everyone for all your good wishes, and thank you all our sponsors, and thank you doctors and everybody who is working with children with special needs.